Right, hello everyone. This is Invasion Animation. And I forgot to change the thumbnail because I'm not really going to be doing that right now. I'm going to be doing something that I had like an idea for, so I figured let's just do that quickly. And then if I finish this in time, and I still have the time, I'll just go back and do some of the stuff at the other part. Sup, Alden Rin, welcome to the stream. Yeah, decided to go horizontal this one. Just hopped in the shower, so like give me a few minutes. Alrighty then. So let me just go ahead and do that just to make it kind of dark. Gonna make some amazing digital circus art because I want to do like a video on the amazing digital circus, and I'm just gonna like do it from here. Right, so right now I'm drawing Pain. He's the guy with the teeth. Would be easier just to do this, so let's do that. And so right now I'm trying to like make his face be kind of sad. Alright, be right back. Okay. But yeah, I got like all of this right here. Let's see. Yeah, I know his fans like aren't that big, but yeah, I just want like my own version of him to be different. So that's why I made his fans like much bigger. Also got the Outer Wilds music playing. I did it in the freaking background. And how much of this is in the background? Literally the whole thing? Okay. Alright, so first things first, let's get rid of that. Maybe I can use it for some sort of Satan or something. So cut. Let's go here. Let's go and do that part to make it even darker. Just to distinct it visually. Alright, here we go. So now, since I messed up that badly, we're gonna just do this on the background layer. You know, I should have gotten reference photos for this, but oh well. I think the white outline is kind of interesting, but I want to get rid of it, so let's increase it to about that, and alright, that works. Let's do the same thing here. Then I can just simply increase this here So just fill it in by 2 each. By the way, I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas Eve. Should be a fun time, hopefully. I'm trying to do a nice split type of tin here. I'm trying to decide if I also want, what do you call it, the eyes to look kind of sad or just be kind of glitchy. I think I could just do it in somewhat of an over mood. So let's just do that for right now. Feel like I can make him a bit sadder, so let's attempt that. Trying to make somewhat of a depressed game. Not too depressed though, but forlorn is kind of the word I'm looking for. I'll probably get rid of that middle tooth. So let's do that, kind of like that. And let's bring that up to about here. Right, there we go. Alright. But yeah, this is gonna be basically used for some extra footage in the background of what I plan on making it for. And so that's good. Since the lines are so thick there, let's increase this to about 5. And that's about the right size. And let me move this over to here. But yeah, folks voted and wanted a late stream, so I decided to give it a try. Personally, I don't like to stream this late. I don't really see much of a point in it. So let's actually increase that to 4 since it's going to be a background thing. And increase the lines of that. So let's erase a tad more of this, do this. I'm surprised I'm not all that sleepy just yet. I was sleepy earlier, that's why I held it off for a little bit, but then I stopped for some reason. Alright, let's go to tools and just have the slight ridge of the mount. Actually, let's do this, then kind of a sink in there. Alright, that's good like that. Alright, now let's increase this back to 5. You can probably see a slight sliver of a 5 right there. This man has real fancy gums on him. Excuse me. Want it to be slightly more red, so that's good like that. That's good there. Since it's in the back of the mouth and this is like a little more dramatic, I'm gonna add like a slight shadow to here. Alright, mess that part up, that's fine. Alright, it's connected up there though, so you couldn't have to worry about it there. Alright, so decrease that. Boom, ma'am. And there we go. Alright, so got all of that. Let's do his 10 right here. So, got all of that back. Welcome back, Elden Ring. Right now, I'm drawing this guy, Kane, right here. I'm pretty sure this guy has heterochromia, but I forgot which color it is, so I'm just gonna go with regular old black pupils for right now. Even though I think I'm gonna, like, do purple for him in a bit. But we're gonna just do that. Probably rename this Kane. I forgot the rest of their names, so don't know why I'm doing that. To the Amazing Digital Circus, yep. I'm gonna do like a video talking about it. So I figured let's go ahead and like have that going right now. So I'm basically doing this from memory. And as you know, my memory is not that very good. So just basically, I know he has like this fancy little suit on. Last time I saw him was, let's see, I want to say like 5 days ago. And I wasn't paying too much attention to him. So just gonna have that. And he sure is. I can't really think of a favorite character. I guess mine is probably Kenner, which is that puzzle piece fella. He's my favorite one. And then I guess maybe this guy. Alright, let's see. I think his 10 went up kind of like that, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just let it go up like that either way, anyways, though. But I remember the colors of just about, like, the color schemes of just about everybody. So we should be good enough for recognition. Mine's Jax. That's cool. Yeah, like, have you seen the new episode yet? I don't want to, like, say any spoilers. But it seems like he did something kind of bad, though. Like, before he got there. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep it spoiler free. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video on the newest episode of it. So yeah, that's going to contain spoilers. I remember not saying it in the script that I wrote, but I think it'll probably be obvious, like by the title and stuff. Alright, so we got all of this here. So this is gonna have like the tip of his suit go kind of like this. Then just have his knees bend and just do a slight bend, kind of like this. Oh, not quite. Actually, that works too. So let's just do it kind of like here. But yeah, I highly suggest like you check it out like before you see my video on it, if you do. let's actually cut that there and move this here. And let's actually move this here. 2 and that. And then just do this. Alright, so that should be helpful a little bit. Would that look better the other way though? Alright, let's see. Alright, so let's have the tin go here, and then instead it goes like this. Yeah, that would look better the other way, so let's just erase this. But yeah, art is a process, and it's a rather enjoyable process if you have the taste for it. Okay, it might. Yeah. It's 12 a.m., so it's understandable if you're not here for the whole time. It's all good. So we got all of this right here, this right here. Should probably add some sort of drop shadow so folks can know he's actually on the ground for once. He's usually not though. Think I should make this part kind of gray, just so it doesn't blend all the way in with the black outline. See, so that's good like that. And so let's just have the hands go kind of like this. So that works. There we go. So that's one hand. I forget if it's... Yeah, I think it's connected. So what I'm going to do is, since I want it to be relatively the same, I'm going to actually color in the hand. So F, 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 F. I have to click it manually instead of using the hotkeys. That's whatever. And so let's just do that and then move it. And so let's actually have the tin go kind of like that. Paste. And there we go. That to about here. Here and here. And this should ideally just have him just stick it here just a little bit. Alright, let's increase the brush size ever so slightly. But yeah, I should actually get into my topics because I didn't get to finish out the topics before the stream crashed the first time. So I should get into that. Alright. So I already talked about the Amazing Digital Circus, and what happened in it. The off chance that he's still here, I'll just go ahead and skip to the other topics that I had planned out. Right, so Digital Circus, latest episode, skip that. Fan theories. I guess we could talk about the fan theories. My theory is that basically all of them are already AI. They're not actual humans. That is my theory though, because like it just makes the most sense because why would they have workers in an abandoned building just go and pick up someone that like put on a headset and then just keep their body alive rather than the logical solution is that the person just put on the headset and just took it off because nothing happened to them, but it actually scanned their brain. That just makes more sense to me. Oh, my nose. Sorry about that. And I know the inside of his shirt is white, but I want to make it just slightly pink like that. Right, now I can actually add like some highlights to the teeth. It's kind of like that. Still not sure where I want the light to be coming from, so I'm gonna keep it like that for right now. Alright, so let's see. Now I'm going to basically done with him for right now. I'm gonna do abstracted jacks. I won't like have all of them extractable. Just have some of them. And so characters that can beat up Homelander. For those of you that don't know, Homelander is this kind of Superman from The Boys. And like there are so many characters that can beat him up. Like obviously the guy from what do you call it? Invincible. He can beat him up. And I'm talking about Mark and any other Viltrumite could probably whoop him. Heck, even those blue twin clone fellas can beat him up too. Because Homelander is basically just a joke amongst the community. Which is kind of funny. Like I guarantee like with just about all the humans, he would probably dominate like any human in real life. But like any fictional character, he just dominates that way too. He would just fail and die off. Alright, so since it seemed like he was kind of like happy and at peace during his abstraction, I'm going to just go ahead and do it with him being kind of happy. Let's actually switch this to yellow. I think that's about his color there. And so for right now, I got that. So we got that going right here. It should be like dual streaming. Is it doing that for sure? Highly doubtful. But this could provide some valuable data for me. I don't really know how I would make like a glitch effect. I think there is a way to make it like in the software that I use, but I may as well like give it a try now. So let's see. Let's make the glitch like somewhat purple. Because purple is kind of like a corruption color. Alright, so that should be good. Alright, so let's do that and then just see how the glitch would be. So that offsets the colors. That could be useful for another turn, but not exactly what I'm looking for. A little short, low pass. Not exactly looking for a pixel drag, but maybe this could work. Not quite. Wait, what render? Grid maker. Alright, so that would actually be really useful when I'm making the blanket. And fractal, no. Actually, maybe. Alright, let's try that one. That's interesting, but again, not quite what I'm looking for. Alright, let's go back to polyglitch, to be honest, and spiral transform. Let's try it out. That didn't do shit. Okay, so let's just move that and that. Let's try out the pixel drag. It works, but not really quite what I have in mind, so I'm just gonna make this look all crazy. I'm gonna do this crazy stuff on my own. So let's do that. Alright, so right now I'm drawing more of the abstractions. Drew Kane. Last time I drew the Amazing Digital Circus, I drew these guys eating each other. Kane, Jackson, Gummy Goo. Yeah, those are the times. So, cool. Alright. Since no one is like watching, I'll probably actually unmute the television and just watch some of it as I do this. Which is a darn shame because I'm actually not sleepy right now. Or I could just convert this into you could call it the small string. But I'm mainly doing this so that I can like draw and do the time lapse properly. Dilemma. I suppose I could just simply like do the 10 and then just copy it on the other 10. I'm on the vertical screen. Oh, that's cool, Elden Ring. Yeah, for some reason, like, it only shows up with the horizontal one for me, which is just odd to me. But I think folks probably see, like, the vertical one more often. So maybe vertical would be the way to go. Who knows, though? But what I know is Jax and his overall, this is basically his last overall. I wonder if the overall, like, abstracts with him or it just, like, takes off, gets taken off quickly. Or as Elon would say, it gets rapid scale disassembly. But yeah, it's just odd like that. Let me just go ahead and do a bit more of the colors here. Alright, so let's actually have, I don't know, like a moonwalk kind of 10 happening. So I'm just gonna have him go kind of like this. Actually, let's have his legs split kind of apart like that. And so have that here, this here. And I think I'm drawing his feet kind of well. So you could probably have that be like another tentacle. I was gonna erase it, but why not? Let's have it not be another one. But yeah, Kane like would do a lot better if he like had some kind of therapist function within him or something like that. That would just be a lot better for him. By the way, can you all hear that? Any of you? Probably do Jack's first, and then I'll do the other two. And so let's see. We got this here. Let's get. Actually, let's move the toes ahead a little bit for this one. Much better. Right, so let's see. That's looking just fine. Let's do a bit of coloring in, shall we? So I think I'm actually going to use the primary colors for this one. The primary side of it. So I gotta keep going until I find the Jack's color. And it's about that. A little darker actually. Alright, so basically doing all of this from exact memory. Alright, so I wonder like how deep in the verticality that I can go. So let's try it. Actually, not quite yet. I want to finish this guy first. Oh no. Alright, that's better. And so let's go with pink, make it a little bit more vibrant. So let's change it to yellow. Somewhere there's and so if I can't do that, I think I can make my own little glitch texture. So let's give it a try. So let's do this to about here. Here. I should have called it the sun first. So let's actually go ahead and make some of them kind of like a light purple too. just want to use the bathroom 1 second. That's it. And I can still hear it. Alright, so I think the glitchy voice can finally gone too, which is good. So let's see how that would work. Looks like it doesn't really make much sense, so let's try it. Yeah, not really getting like a glitchy vibe from it, but it does look more infected, so I guess that worked. Right, so that works. I'm gonna try and like alter it a bit. So let's see it. I changed it to about this. I don't know if that would do 1 millimeter of help, but for right now, I'm gonna just leave it like this for a bit. But I like how glitchy it looks now. Still doesn't feel very glitchy. I guess like more squares would be better. Let's just see how one would look in this way. And so try to have squares and they go kind of like that. Like I said, never once drew a glitch pattern, so not sure how they would look. This ones and zeros could also work too, but let's just see how that would look. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Let's just see how that would look. Yeah, it looks more like obsidian now, so it seems like the stream was crashing, so we restarted it and hopefully made it a little bit smaller too. Alright, now the whole tin is on vertical. That is good. I might change it though. And so let's change this to tree and move this to about here. And so let's try something with the Ragata. So how her hair is. It's kind of like this ridiculous looking haircut. Then like lines that goes through it. But yeah, I forgot if her eyes were like button eyes or like normal eyes. Knowing the show, it's probably normal eyes, but we're gonna like retcon it by just making it bleed the abstraction juice. So that's good like that. The whole tin seems to be glitching, so I think I'll probably go and do it with the normal tin. I'm trying to just keep it at this one here. Hopefully it somehow goes back. And doing this kind of stream on vertical. That's funny. And so let's actually have like two tentacles in the back to represent her arms. Also, I could just see like how it looks with just the code and stuff. That could be interesting. Alright, so let's actually observe that. I'll just leave it at that for there. Then let's go ahead and do that and see how that looks. Alright, now let's see here, file, clipboard. Let's see, which one of these looks better? Let's see. This or that? See, so I could have something like that with just ones and zeros, or something more broken. Alright, let me just go back to the bunny, because maybe ones and zeros could work for this one too. Alright, so let's copy that and paste this here. So let's just have a 1 here, 0 here. Then 1 additional 0 could do a little something. Alright, let's go to here layer. Did I leave his ones and zeros there? Yes, I did. Well, that's fine. Let's just do that with this one. See how it would look. Now, I think that one looks the best. But too much purple looks somewhat abstracted. Looks gross, but also somewhat, like, crazy. Yeah, I think that could work. But first things first, I want to delete that, and I want to see if I can, like, add a slight glow effect to them. Excuse me. So let's make that vibrant, this kind of like that. This should add like a slight glow effect. Undo that, go to bunny. And so let's also have that glow a little bit. This, that should do it. Probably effed it up right there, but let's just try it anyways. And that's more like it. And so let's go to the bunny. See how much he can tolerate. And it kind of worked out, like replacing all of the black on him with that. Because I kind of like the look. So all of that is there. Right, see. Now I'm actually starting to get a little bit sleepy. Unfortunate. Right, well, that should look kind of like a hand. Not really, but something. I talked about like characters that could beat up Homelander, but like let's talk about some characters that I think I personally can probably beat up. So let's try to. I'm just going to ignore Toon Force because Toon Force, like if everyone in the piece of media can exhibit Toon Force, then it's not Toon Force. It's just the way the land works. Now, if it's something like the Mask, where he's the only one who has it, then yeah, it is Toon Force. But I don't like that idea. So, with that being said, I could probably beat up. I could beat up SpongeBob. I could beat up. I could beat up just about everyone in the Loud House. I can beat up. Let's see. I bet I could probably beat up. What do they call it? Forget what they name that creature. But I could beat up the aliens from that newest Alien show, Alien Earth. That show is so damn stupid. Like, my gosh. Anyways. So, right now, I'm going to draw, like, Pomni's face. Like, her face is just gonna be a little bit mutated. And so let's just have her arms kind of dripping like this. But yeah, I think I could probably beat up the robbers from Home Alone. Like, no traps or nothing, I could probably just beat them up. Hey, comment down below if you think you can, like, easily defeat the robbers from Home Alone. I feel like they would be relatively easy. Let's see. From what I can gather, Jack Skeleton does not have any, like, special powers, so I could probably defeat him in combat. Even though he can't die, I feel like it's not like it's a battle to the death. I could just, like, knock him out and he'll be fine. We'll just move on from that. And so let's have her finger, like, fall off there. So sort of like why I, like, forgot about, like, the rules when it came to Jax. Alright, so right now I feel like maybe I could have, like, maybe because they all, like, still have their bright colors. I'm thinking about like maybe ending the stream since not many folks are watching right now. But then again, it's a dilemma. You know what? I'm gonna keep it going. Wait a second, my microphone is currently muted, so let me actually see. I still see the lines go up, so maybe it's not muted? Let me see. Is my microphone still muted or not? Yep. And as expected, the mutant don't do a darn thing. But yeah, that's fine. But I'll tell you what I will do. Since no one's watching, I'm just gonna have the microphone be like right next to my head. But I'm not gonna wear it. I'm gonna just listen to the television as it goes along. Because I don't really have much to say. No one's here, and I've already ran out of my topics. But I will, like, say stuff randomly here and there. Like, for example, like with Pomni, it seems like Sia entirely stopped going, like, crazy in the circus. Which is good for her. I always liked her reactions to stuff, but, I find that it's not that way anymore. So let's just have the tentacles like burst out kind of there and here. Then I could just like edit how I want them to look. Just to make it look better. Right, so I looked it up quickly and yeah, I was basically right with the design of the character. But yeah, the design hardly matters for the legs. I'm hardly gonna need to look at that, but got the balls right here. With the headphones off, I suddenly got a lot less sleepy, so maybe it's the music itself that's messing me up with sleep. Which is weird because I don't listen to music to sleep, but I don't know. If that's the case, maybe I ought to listen to music to sleep. Sleep right as an insomniac. As an insomniac. Keep forgetting about the eyes, so I'm gonna have like a nice big one just pop out of this area here. And so I got all of that going right there. Ooh, that is good. Alright, I am back. Right, so for right now, let's actually do Pomni's abstraction for right now. So I'm doing this basically from memory for the most part. So let's have the hands go kind of like so. This is basically like her demon form going like that. So let's just use like some of the abstraction juice due to laziness, basically.
Ugh, I'm so bored. These games are starting to feel like chores. But some triangle guy came up with a new game he found. Instead of just one world, I'll have 3 as my playground.
Alright, so we have red, we have this. Alright, so let's also get yellow, because I think the balls were yellow. This was blue. Yeah, I'm basically doing all of this from memory. Chances are I'm remembering it completely incorrectly, but yeah, just gonna keep going. Alright, so let's begin working on the eyes. Gonna see some nice abstraction eyeballs going on up in here. And it's gonna be a lot better looking. Alright, so let's just... Right, not quite. Right, that's better. And yes, I am gonna have some eyeballs come out of her eyes a little bit. Truly must cover these eyes slightly better. Well, I'll just fill that in normally. Right, so let's actually try and make these eye colors like green and stuff. I think I need to add more eyes to Pamela, or whatever her name was. All I know is her dress was like patchwork, so I should probably get on that and fix it. Yeah, from what I recall, they actually had like some kind of like different colored iris to them, but I can't be bothered to remember what it was. Again, I could look it up and do a touch up, but this is mainly for my own entertainment, and I just prefer not using references, so it's fine. It's gonna be mainly in the background of a different video of some theories that I have on the digital circus, which is, again, some more fun on my end. But I think I will add like a glow on top of the eyes, which should help. Because I think I'm making the colors just a tad too bright. Let's see, so we got that one, that one. I got two more because I don't want to abstract, I don't want to abstract Kinner. I just feel like even in, Kinner is probably used to this situation. He'll probably forget it by morning. So I don't think he will abstract. Right, I can add the textures though right now, so let's see. Alright, so let's travel to the body layer. Like, I like the glow, I like it, but I'm gonna add the glow on artificially afterwards, so let's go ahead and change that. To about right here, then I'll add my own artificial ones and zeros. Let's change that to 2. So 1 and 0 and 0. That should be more than enough. And you know what, let's just be kind of narcissistic and just add my own logo right here. Doubt anyone will see it, but or notice it, even if it is there. But let's just have that, and then here we go. See, no one will notice it. They'll just know it from the stream and know that it's there somewhere. So I'll just make it ever so slightly more obvious. Right, there we go. That's more like it. Nice, obvious little reference to me. Alright, so let's copy that. And let's head on over to Pomni. Let's have her name here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like an old timey like 80s or 90s texture from some kind of play place. I didn't do the eye there, but that's fine. I'll do it later. I could eat dal. Alright, so My curtain looks interesting. I kind of like how I made their textures accidentally look different for almost each of them. Except for that one, I kind of changed it for that one, but yeah. Let's give this one kind of like eyes like that. And let's go and change it to 5. Then I can probably add some additional eyes before any of them even like poke out of her. Alright, so let's just add a bunch of the pupils right now. Alright, I'm gonna put my headphones back on and just see about the music. It's very nice. And it could help to confirm my theory. Let's give this one like an iris just to see how it would look. It looks like corn. Well, let's just leave those two as they are. People wonder, hey, why is there corn there? Then I'll just say, it's supposed to be an eyeball. But I can't draw them very well. Let's have that be a different color too. Alright, so that's looking good. Alright, there's 3 more characters. Alright, so there's the banner woman, the shape woman. That's racist. I don't think I could do all her shapes. She's just gonna be fully abstracted because I can't remember all of her shapes. She just got a triangular head. Excuse me. I feel like I should probably expand this a bit. So let's canvas size. And let's just give ourselves Not quite that much, but that's fine. In the height of an extra tree. Not much, but it's good. It's a given. Oh, since it's the background there, it automatically considered it this. Alright, well, that's fine. And let's cut. Here we go. That's an interesting thing that I had no idea about.
The greatest minds of Amphibia bested by a girl so insignificant. It was the demon.
Skip. Alright, so let's move that over to here. So that's good there. Let's have some more abstractions like so. I guess I should have seen that ginormous opening right there. Hey, that's fine. That's also a big opening. Yeah, I decided to just make her fully abstract because, goodness gracious, she's just too complicated to draw, and I just can't be bothered to do all that right now. AFK for a little bit. I am back. And so I think I'm probably gonna actually just let her eye remain like kind of like this for now. I'm also just gonna add on to a bunch of this here. But yeah, since this one is going to be relatively difficult to know who's who, I feel like I should probably look up how she looks. And I remember her name. What the F? What? Her eyes look effed up. Anyways, I just looked up her crazy looking self. But yeah, let's just go ahead and fix this eye because I messed it up badly. And yeah, I can just go ahead and do that. So let's just do that and make this part smaller. And then there's this yellow part to it. Right, so that should be good. Nice and at least more recognizable than it was before. And I'm not adding those two extra sticks on top of her head. It's just gonna stay like that, and that's that. Okay, so I had a couple of those eyes be real close together. Since I barely remember Jubal like that, I'm assuming the abstractions look completely different. But we're just gonna roll with it. I just looked it up, and apparently I'm sort of spot on with the abstractions, so that's lucky, especially with the pink eyeballs. I knew I remembered these correctly. And I was right, there is like an iris around them, but shouldn't really be too important. Because the iris is usually just a slightly different color, but more or less the same. Kind of like that. I like how it looks for this specific one, so I might actually throw these ones in like that. I guess I could probably fill it in around the yellow ones too. And how would these look around the green? They work around the green too, so looks like Zubul is getting irises to her abstraction eyeballs. So that's good. And these two could just share their attentions. They're always together. To like make her abstraction still be like kind of skinny, because that would be funny. So we're just gonna do that, and that. Like in my headcanon, this is basically what everyone in the show turned into after Kane played that horrible trick on them, making them think that they can escape. Who knows? Maybe they can escape like through their abstraction and stuff. So there's the 5 of those ones. Get his bloodshot eyes ready.
Super weird to a swamp where frogs talk. Now I'm stuck, got no plans, just my luck. I'll do the best that I can. Making friends and enemies. It's weird, but hey, it's grown on me. Bugs, frogs, newts, and toads. Gonna be a bumpy road. Flesh for snacks, words for lunch. I think I actually love this song. It's no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Find a way to start again. Brush off the first and make some friends. It's no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. I feel at home in a place that shouldn't be real. Crazy, strange, but it's no big deal. No, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Find a way to start again.
Hopefully the robot voice is gone. Nothing seems to be. Still have no idea what it is. But I'm going to get like better internet, so hopefully it stops, and if it does not stop, then I will know. Then I will know like what the cause of it could be.
Barriers are broken! The three worlds lay bare and open! You can run, you can hide, but nothing can escape our light! For we have
just gonna have him like cover himself with a blanket. Right, let's undo that. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't really talk as often when it comes to these streams. But I already said like most of what I needed to say during the first stream of today. Yeah, let's add those iconic tree lines to their cartoon gloves. Yeah. And there. And the other two. Alright, so that's geared right there. Let's go and get the bunny. I feel like mirroring with this one though. Howdy. So let's have this be kind of like that. Let's have him like spam Y a whole bunch. Kind of like in Dr. Stone. happy with how this looks. I could probably make it darker, but I think it's fine like that. This should add like just a slight glow to it. Which is very helpful. No one's ever gonna notice that, but let's just have it there anyway. And then let's just make it white, and then I could just touch up Kane a bit. And everything seems to be in order here. So let's do it about there. 10 should be good. Let's just reduce it to about here. Right, that should be good. And let's just have these over to the corner, so they're just a little bit less obvious. Alright, so that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Share it with your friends and comment down below, and until next time, be sure to subscribe because I do these randomly, and this is Invasion.